Hi everyone, welcome back to English Podcast. I'm Liam, and I'm really happy that you're here with me today. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for joining. Here, we talk about simple English, real-life situations, and how to speak naturally and confidently. Today, we're going to talk about something that's so important in daily life, how to ask for help, and how to say thank you. You might think, oh, that's easy. But actually, there's a little bit of art in doing it politely and naturally, especially in American culture. So let's explore it together. And hey, if you like learning English in a friendly way, don't forget to subscribe to English Podcast. It really helps us grow, and you'll never miss a new episode. All right, let's get started. Sometimes we all need help. It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone needs a hand sometimes. Maybe your phone stops working. Maybe you can't find your classroom. Or maybe you're just lost in a big supermarket. So, how do you ask for help in English without sounding too direct or rude? Let's begin with the most common and useful phrase. Can you help me, please? It's short, polite, and perfect for most situations. For example, you're in a store and can't find the sugar. You can say, "Excuse me, can you help me, please? I'm looking for sugar." Simple, right? That's the beauty of it. Polite, clear, and friendly. Now, let's notice something. In American culture, people really appreciate when you say, "Excuse me," and "please." Those two words can change everything. They make your request sound kind and respectful. Here's another one that's super useful. If you didn't hear or understand something, instead of saying "what?" or "huh," try saying, "Sorry, can you say that again, please?" Or, "Could you repeat that, please?" That sounds much more polite and natural. I remember when I first moved to New York. One time, I was trying to buy a train ticket from a machine. It wasn't working, and I was completely lost. There was a man standing nearby, so I said, "Excuse me, could you help me? I'm not sure how to use this machine." He smiled and said, "Of course, just press this button here." And that's it. He was so nice. If I had said, "Hey, how do I do this?" maybe he wouldn't have been as friendly. The way you ask makes a big difference. So remember this. Be polite, speak kindly, and people will be happy to help you. Now let's imagine you're at work. You're writing an email, and you're not sure if it sounds right. You can say to your coworker, "Hey, can you help me with this email?" Or, "Could you check this for me, please?" If you want to sound extra polite, maybe you're talking to your boss or teacher. Use "could you" instead of "can you." "Could you please explain that again?" "Could you help me with this report?" "Could you" sounds softer and more respectful. It's a small difference, but it's very important in American English. Sometimes you can also use this phrase. I'm having trouble with, for example, I'm having trouble with my computer. I'm having trouble understanding this part. It shows that you've already tried, but still need some help. People like that. It shows you made an effort first. Let's look at a different kind of help, emotional help. Sometimes you don't need someone to do something. You just need someone to listen. For example, you can say, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? I just need someone to talk to." Or, "I've been feeling a bit stressed. Can I get your advice?" That's also a way of asking for help. In American culture, it's okay to be open like that. It doesn't make you weak. It shows honesty and trust. If a friend shares something with you and you want to help, you can say, "I'm here for you." Or, "Do you want to talk about it?" And if someone says that to you, it's totally fine to accept their help. You can say, "Thanks, I really appreciate it." That small thank you can make your friendship stronger. Speaking of thank you, let's start exploring that half of the topic, how to say thank you naturally. You already know the basic one. Thank you. But there are many ways to express it, depending on how big the help was. For example, if someone gives you directions, you can say, "Thank you so much," or "Thanks a lot." If someone helps you move houses or gives you serious support, you might say, "I really appreciate your help. That means a lot to me. I don't know what I would have done without you." Each one has a slightly different feeling. Thank you is basic. I appreciate it feels more genuine and deeper. Let's try it in a short story. Last month, my friend Emily helped me fix my car. I don't know much about cars. Honestly, I'm terrible at it. But she came over, checked the engine, and explained everything. When she finished, I said, "Emily, thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it." She smiled and said, "No problem. That's what friends are for. Simple, warm, real." That's how it usually sounds in daily life. Now, let's talk about tone. When you say thank you, your tone matters as much as your words. If you say it quickly, like thanks, it might sound cold. But if you smile, make eye contact, and say it with a soft voice, people feel it's real. So, next time you say thank you, try smiling a little. It really makes a difference. Also, did you know that Americans say thank you all the time? Even in small situations, like when someone holds the door for you or when a cashier gives you your change. People say thanks automatically. It's part of daily politeness. So if you want to sound more natural in English, say thank you more often, even for small things. For example, at a cafe, thanks. When someone passes you something, thank you. When a friend gives you advice, I really appreciate that. It's simple but powerful. All right, let's pause for a second. You're doing great so far. You've learned how to ask for help politely, how to show appreciation, and how to sound more natural. Before we continue with some fun real-life examples, let me quickly remind you. If you're enjoying this podcast, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way, you can keep learning English with me every week. And of course, if you find this useful, share it with a friend who's also learning English. All right, ready for more examples? Let's go. Imagine you're lost in a new city, maybe Los Angeles. You don't know where the bus stop is. You can walk up to someone and say, "Excuse me, could you help me? I'm looking for the bus stop." Or maybe you forgot your phone charger at work. You can say to your coworker, "Hey, can I borrow your charger for a minute, please?" If they say yes, you can answer, "Thank you so much. I'll give it back right away." That small exchange shows respect and friendliness, two very American things. Sometimes when someone says thank you, you'll hear responses like, "You're welcome," "No problem," "Anytime." Don't mention it. They all mean the same. You don't need to thank me. I'm happy to help. Now, here's a fun fact. In American culture, people don't just say thank you. They also write it. For example, after a job interview, it's common to send a short email saying, "Thank you for your time today. It was great speaking with you." It's polite, professional, and leaves a good impression. Sometimes you may need to ask for help online, like sending an email or text. Here's a simple structure you can use. Hi, name. I hope you're doing well. I'm writing because I need some help with the thing. Could you please, specific request? Thank you so much for your time and help. Best, your name. Easy, right? You can use that for teachers, coworkers, or even customer service. And here's a small tip. If you're nervous about asking for help, remember, most people like to help. It makes them feel useful, so don't be afraid. When you ask kindly, people usually say yes. And when you say thank you sincerely, they'll want to help you again in the future. Sometimes when people help you, it's not something big, maybe just a small gesture, but saying thank you still matters. For example, if someone opens the door for you, you can say, "Thanks," or "Thank you." If you want to be a little warmer, you can say, "Thanks a lot," or Thanks, I appreciate it. And when you really feel touched, when someone goes out of their way to help, you can say something deeper. That's so kind of you. I really appreciate what you did. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. These phrases sound natural and heartfelt in American English. Now, what if you want to say thank you, but also continue the conversation? You can add a little follow-up comment like, "Thank you so much. How can I return the favor?" Or, "Thanks, I owe you one." That means you want to help them someday in return. It's friendly and shows that you care. For example, let's say your neighbor helps you carry heavy groceries upstairs. You can say, "Wow, thank you so much. That was really helpful. Next time, coffee's on me." That's a warm, friendly American way to say both thank you and let's stay friends. Let's practice a few real-life scenes together. Imagine you're in a restaurant and your waiter brings you the food. You can say, "Thank you." And if they refill your drink, you can smile and say again, "Thanks a lot." In American culture, repeating small thank yous like that isn't strange. It's polite. It shows gratitude and respect for the service. Now imagine you're on a bus and someone offers their seat to you. You can say, "Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you." A warm smile makes it even better. Here's another one. You're walking down the street and you drop your wallet. Someone picks it up and gives it to you. What do you say? You can say, "Thank you so much. You just saved my day." That's an American expression. "You saved my day" means you helped me a lot. Now, let's switch back to asking for help in more specific ways. What if you're not sure how to start? You can begin with a soft start. For example, "Hey, sorry to bother you, but..." "Excuse me, I was wondering if you could help me." "Hi, do you have a minute?" These little phrases make your request sound gentle and polite. And then you follow with what you need. "I'm looking for the subway station. I need some help with this document. I'm not sure what to do next." It sounds natural, confident, and kind. The perfect combination. Here's something you'll notice in the U.S. When you ask for help politely, people often say, "Sure, no problem, of course, happy to help." Those are positive, friendly responses. And when that happens, always remember to end with a thank you. It closes the conversation nicely. Let's talk about tone for a moment. When you ask for help, don't sound demanding. Keep your voice calm, gentle, and a little higher at the end. It sounds more like a question. For example, say, "Could you help me, please?" instead of, "Help me with this." The first one invites help. The second one sounds like a command. Body language matters too. Smile a little, keep your hands relaxed, and look at the person. It makes them more willing to help. Now let's imagine a few different settings. At school, you might say, "Could you explain this part again, please? I'm having trouble understanding the homework." At work, you might say, "Would you mind showing me how this program works? Can you help me finish this report?" In a store, "Excuse me, can you tell me where the milk is?" And when you're lost, "Excuse me, could you help me? I think I took the wrong turn." These phrases fit almost any situation. They're short, polite, and sound natural. Sometimes you'll want to offer help instead of asking for it. That's also part of polite communication. You can say, "Do you need any help? Would you like me to give you a hand? Can I help you with that?" Give you a hand means help you. If someone offers that, a nice answer could be, "Thanks. That would be great." Or, "Thanks, but I've got it." Even if you don't need help, it's polite to thank the person for offering. Now, let's look at how to combine asking for help and giving thanks in one smooth sentence. Here are a few examples. "Could you help me, please? I'd really appreciate it." "Would you mind helping me for a second? Thank you so much. Sorry to bother you, but can you show me how to do this? Thanks." This sounds fluent and natural. You're being polite before and after your request. Let's make it fun for a second. Imagine you're at the airport, and your suitcase is too heavy. You can ask the person next to you, "Hey, could you give me a hand with this bag, please?" When they help, you can say, "Wow, thank you. You saved me." Or you can laugh and say, "You're a lifesaver." That's another common American phrase. "You're a lifesaver" means you helped me a lot. Now let's practice a short conversation. Liam, "Excuse me, could you help me? I can't find the train to downtown." Stranger, "Sure, it's over there, platform number 2. Liam, "Thank you so much. You're the best." Stranger, "No problem." That's it. Simple, friendly, and real. Now, I'd like to ask you something. When was the last time you asked someone for help in English? Was it easy? Did it feel awkward? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to read your experiences. And if you've ever had a funny moment trying to ask for help, share that too. We can all learn from each other. Let's talk a bit about gratitude, the feeling behind thank you. In English, thank you is not just a phrase. It's a way to show appreciation, kindness, and connection. When you say it sincerely, people feel it. You can even make it stronger by adding small details. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for helping me out today. These small phrases make your English sound warm and real. Oh, and before I forget, if you're enjoying this episode, please hit that subscribe button. Join our English podcast family, where we make learning English fun, friendly, and useful for real life. Your support helps us keep creating episodes like this one. Now, let's end with a little story that brings everything together. A few weeks ago, I was at a coffee shop. A woman in front of me dropped her wallet, and I picked it up for her. She smiled and said, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You're a lifesaver." I smiled back and said, "No problem, happy to help." Later, when I left the cafe, I realized something simple but powerful. Every time we ask for help, or give help, or say thank you, we create a small moment of connection. And those small moments are what make life feel warm and human. So next time you need help, don't be shy. Ask kindly. Speak softly. And when someone helps you, look at them, smile, and say thank you. Because those 2 little words can make someone's day. And maybe they'll make yours too. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with a quick challenge. Today, try to ask for help in English, even something small. And when someone helps you, say thank you, not just with words, but with feeling. And if you liked today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and tell me what kind of English topics you want to hear next. Maybe next time we can talk about how to give compliments or how to say sorry politely. All right, my friends, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening to English Podcast. I'm Liam, and I hope this episode helps you feel more confident and kind in English. Take care, practice your thank yous, and I'll see you in the next one.